Okay, over to pages 14 and 15. On the left-hand side of your image, top left, that's an advert for Herma Hunter slingshots and accessories. My eBay shop for HTH slingshots and accessories products is HTH slingshots, HTTPS, there's the link, the eBay link, and I think, if I'm not wrong, pop, yep, if you're the digital version, you hover over it, you click, you go to the shop. And the Facebook page is also linked. Everything Sling, below it there. Your one-stop shop for all your catapult needs. You'll find low prices, fantastic service and fast delivery. All UK stock, UK prices. And again, everythingsling.co.uk. Top right here, there's an advert for the Lee production pot from Henry Crank. Frankly, Henry Crank don't understand quite how come they sell so many of these Lee melting pots to people who don't buy anything else from them. That'll be us. Below that, Sheepy's bands, cut to suit you. And of course, man's Facebook page link. Buy cheap, buy twice. Dean Sheepy Ward, top chap. Now, page 15. Skills, the big one. The first issue's probably most important page. How to aim a slingshot. The single most challenging part of all. Barn door, cola can, or winner of the shooter minty sweet money sweepstake. How about making a team for your nation at the World Cup? If you're an expert sling shooter or just mad keen, then invest in the 2 books by Jack H. Kohler called Slingshot Shooting and his latest All About Slingshots, as they are revered by those as knows, and Jack, although in his 80s, is a legend. Just these books' contents lists about how to shoot straight, consistently and accurately with a slingshot would be too big for a single page. So this is really for the newbie or those who never really got shown how, and for the experts to critique. When I went to my very first shoot, I took an old classic. Held upright with my deformed thumb on the thumb pad and flipping forwards, I felt I was starting to get my mojo back from when as a kid in my dad's garage I was able to put an airgun dart into the bullseye of a dartboard. Sometimes. But pretty well everybody else was not just holding their catapult in the other hand, presuming most people are right-handed, but also they were all holding their frames sideways in the so-called gangster position. This bloke, northerner to my southern Nancy ears, approached me and told me somewhat bluntly, I thought, southerner, that my technique just looked so uncomfortable and awkward, and then promptly gave me his own catapult to try. That was how I met Mark Jumbo Willis, England A-team member, ranked 4th in the world. A lovely bloke, amazingly talented engineer, and major league show fixer worker, never missed a single shoot, welcoming an utter newbie. I once owned a Whammo Powermaster. It came with instructions, but I was disgusted when I read them. I was hoping for insight. All I got was airy-fairy stuff about instinctual aiming being felt rather than deliberate, and how you should hold the thing at a silly 45-degree angle. I never did that. Despite Vagan's evangelism about what we are biologically equipped with to say kill a beef cow as an argument for being vegetarian, they neglect our very definition, sapiens or sapient, because slightly better than chimpanzees, my friend, you and I are man, the tool-using ape. Our ancestors picked up rocks, then smacked edges onto them, and these days there are people at the bushcraft shows making arrowheads the same way. Every single shooting or throwing sport has masses in common. Our hero Terry Doe says so in the video he made for us. Nathan Masters explains it eloquently in the video interview we did with him. It's great fun, and it matters to your soul when you get it right. Sorry, just knocked something over the desk. So here's how. Mr. Kevin Lloyd. This picture, it says frame hold. There is no right or wrong hold, so try both and decide. Right-handers commonly hold their right-handers commonly hold their frame in their left. I don't. Pouch. Put the ammo in the pouch and hold around the ball, not in front of it. Make the same grip each time. Anchor point. The place This place is where you retain the pouch each time so you can look along the bands, either along the top surface of the flats if it is a through the forks or TTF, many draw a centre line on the rubber to help line it up, or directly above the vertical edge of the bands if it is an over-the-top design, as perversely, OTT and TTF refer to the frame's elastic fitment when upright, yet most shoot sideways. Go figure. Line up. The tough part is that you now have your pouch anchored so that you can look along the bands with your dominant eye, another worm's nest, and pick a reference point on the frame or along its edge. If you look at my aiming at you shots, you can see how well each shooter lines up. The very best keep both eyes open. See John Joe Knight's shot in the Sheffield Shoot feature. Release. Here is where the variables can pile up. The amount of rubber, how far you're pulling it, and even the wind and temperature can make a difference to the speed your ammo now goes at. Even how soon you do it. Release smoothly, see where your shot went. A big piece of paper on a towel over a line helps. Accuracy will come as you work out how to do windage left and right, and elevation up and down adjustment. Then you will get a grip of different release points for different distances. Sights are used on some frames, like jumbos, easy to describe, a lifetime to practice in, and still not be as good as blue skein. Man in a long past his ear drawer there, and it says, extend. Pull back the bands and extend the frame forwards with the frame in the sideways position, aka gangster. That man's shooting upright. Uh-oh, error in magazine. Now the vital bit. Make sure that the pouch grip hand will not come back and punch you in the face. It must be braced against your cheek like an archer, or else held so it will not hit you on the recoil. Make sure the frame is held vertical to the ground, not slanted fore or aft if you can help it. By that I'm talking about the angle. That chap's thumb, which as you can see is nicely up and down. Okie doke. Onwards.